Okay, well, good morning. Good morning, Hal. Good morning, anyone online. I'm not sure if there's anyone watching, but it has been, I think, about a month, 4 weeks, 4 Saturdays or 5 Saturdays. I haven't done this because of traveling and going to conference, and so now I am back, and I'm hoping to guide. And from time to time, I will still have absences because of trips. I will have a trip in June um, for education as well, so I won't be able to do that week either. But welcome back, and I hope everybody has been practicing at home. So for anyone who is new watching today, I just want to have a quick reminder about what mindfulness meditation is about, and maybe how can tell everyone what mindfulness meditation is all about.
It's a tool or a technique to help settle your mind and concentrate on exactly what is in front of you and not to worry about things in the past or things that might be in the future that would be upsetting, but just to have peace and concentrate on today and what's right in front of you and find happiness from that.
Mm-hmm. So that's why I chose the title of today's session as being in the present. Um, but can you say a little bit about at least the medical benefits of this practice?
Oh yeah, I think very clearly people that are constantly anxious or stressed, their heart races, their blood pressure's up, they're not eating right, they're not sleeping well. And to learn to manage that by just letting go of worry through concentration, through meditation, has a definite health benefit. And I think you've in the past talked about Harvard Medical School studies. Maybe talk a little bit about that and how it benefits people. But yeah, I think people approach meditation in different ways, but the key thing is to settle your mind. That'll have a beneficial physiological response on the body.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So why does mindfulness meditation have those medical benefits? What is the basic tool that we use to help us to focus? So what is mindfulness? And when,
Too, right?
huh?
Breathing and
Yeah. So mindfulness is the practice of raising awareness of what's going on inside of you, and what's going on surrounding you, and be in the present moment. But not many people can do it. I think, as much as I encourage all of my patients to do it, not many people do it. I have to say, maybe 10 or 20% of my patients do it consistently on a daily basis, but those are the people who I see significant change in their health, to the extent that they were able to go off prescription medication, regaining their health, endurance, you know, um, exercise endurance, and so on, sleep quality, all of that. Um, and it's not because people, partly, I think the most common reason that most of my patients who don't do it tell me why they don't do it is either they can't concentrate to do it for long enough, or they're too busy. They don't make time for that. And mindfulness is a skill that needs to be learned. It doesn't come naturally to most of us. To some, yeah, maybe, but to most of us, it's a skill that needs to be learned. And in order to learn, we have to have a basic tool to start helping people to concentrate. So mindfulness, when you practice, it requires concentration. but also that practice makes your concentration even better. So you need a little bit of concentration at the start to to um, learn how to practice, and then as you practice, your concentration gets better and better and better, and it has a lot of benefit. And some of my patients who don't get much better with traditional prescription drug, or they suffer from a lot of side effects from medication. Even though the medication helped to reduce their symptoms, they experience a lot of side effects. And for those patients, when I say practice this, breath work, which is the basic tool of mindfulness, it will help their disease activity to go down. And this is all based on research. We have thousands and thousands of studies that have been done over the years, maybe close to 100 years even. I know the first center that was opened in Massachusetts. It was opened 50 years ago or more now, by Dr. John Kabat-Zinn. But before that, before he opened the center, he was practicing and doing research as well. So it has been going on for a long time. We have lots of clinical studies that prove that mindfulness meditation practice bring a lot of medical benefits. And in my field, I treat a lot of patients with autoimmune diseases and inflammatory diseases, and we do have clinical studies that show that this breath work in mindfulness meditation reduces inflammation, and it influences the gene expression. So
that's the biggest nerve.
So it reduces inflammation because it activates the vagus nerve, and it's almost like a detoxification technique too, because you take in so much oxygen when you take deep breath in, and then you exhale a lot of carbon dioxide when you exhale fully.
What is the biggest nerve's function in the body normally?
Well, the vagus nerve is the 10th cranial nerve that runs from the brainstem down to your abdomen. It's a long nerve, and it has many branches. So the branches go to all of the internal organs.
So another way of saying that, it is the key conduit for how the brain controls the body. It's kind of key.
Yes,
right?
well,
Without
yeah.
it, you couldn't.
Yeah, without the vagus nerve, your autonomic nervous system would be off balance, and then you get into sickness because of that. So, for example, I see patients with autoimmune diseases that have POTS, POTS, and that is a condition where people have palpitation, feeling dizzy when they change position or they get into a stressful situation. They feel like that, and that's because their autonomic nervous system is not balanced. The vagus nerve is the main nerve for the parasympathetic nervous system, and we have the sympathetic nervous system as well. So these two nervous systems are part of the autonomic nervous system. So there has to be the balance between the two. Too much of one or the other would be, not good for you. So there has to be a balance. But most of us, as we go through life, with the stresses that happen in our lives, the sympathetic nervous system tend to be the dominant one, because that's the one that raises your heart rate, your blood pressure, because you're anxious all the time. And so the vagus nerve, when it's activated, the parasympathetic nervous system activity will go up to balance it out. So it does bring a lot of health benefit. And I really, really encourage everybody to do it, because I have cases in my practice that I see for myself, that patients went from being really, really, really sick to gradually getting better. And the thing is that when people are very, very sick and they have tried everything, and nothing really helped them get better, and I say the vagus nerve stimulation is going to help you, and you just make it happen. This is your last resort. There's nothing else I can do for you, or there's no other medication can be tried. Then they do it because they know it's the last resort. But when they do it, they are the one who become healthier, and they went from being the sickest patient to being the healthiest patient in the practice, which is amazing.
It is
Yeah.
amazing. I think, because we're all in Western culture, Western medicine, we have a lot of faith in pill products
Yes.
and not so much faith in the human body itself.
Yes.
And that's what you're
Yeah.
saying, that maybe we should turn that around. Maybe we should have more faith in
Yeah.
what the body can do to heal itself
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
pharmaceuticals.
So the vagus nerve is activated when we do this breath work during the mindfulness meditation. And when the vagus nerve is activated, it brings about a lot of benefit. But those benefits come in depending on how long you practice. Do you remember what come in at what length of time?
30 minutes, right?
Well, what benefits come at 30 minutes or beyond?
Well, I think that's like the optimal minimum, right, of being able to stimulate the vagus nerve and have a health.
Not really, no. You stimulate the vagus nerve the moment you take the deep breath, like this.
Okay.
That you activate it already. But if you do this practice breath work for 5 minutes, 6 minutes, then the studies show that it calms you down. So anxiety can calm down, your blood pressure can go down, your heart rate can go down within 5 or 6 minutes of practicing it. But I think that's about it. If you stop after 5 or 6 minutes, that's all the benefit you see. And then when you do it for about 13 to 15 minutes, then they see not only that it calms you down and harmonize your mood, now they see memory improve, concentration, focus, and memory improve. Well, it doesn't really improve that much when you do only 5 minutes. When you do 15 minutes, that's when your focus, your concentration, and your memory improve. And this is proven by research. But most of the research studies out there about breath work and mindfulness meditation, they do get people to do it for about half an hour. So when you do it for half an hour, then more benefits come in. So at half an hour or beyond, the levels of inflammatory proteins in your blood start to drop. Yeah. So I have patients who do breath work, meditation throughout the day, several times a day, but only for 5 minutes here and there, right? I don't see significant improvement in their inflammatory arthritis based on exam finding. But the people who do half an hour or more, I do see the difference. Their tender joint count just slowly drop with time. And so that proof that, the research showed us that, and in reality, I see that too.
So when you see that progress, I mean, how is their mood? Is their mood happier the
Yes,
longer they do it? Okay.
yeah, they feel more confident, um, and they're happier because by default, when you activate the vagus nerve, and when it sends out signals to your internal bodies, internal organs, telling the cells what to do, your body will go through lots of changes: hormonal change, um, biochemical change, physiological change, neurological change, and all of these changes are going to reset your body uh, natural state, right? So your your hormones levels are different too. So when when you do this practice, your oxytocin level will be higher than it used to be. Your endorphin levels are going to be higher than they used to be, and so naturally, whether you want it or not, these levels are higher in your body. That governs how you feel. So you feel happier, calmer, even in the moment where things that usually would make you upset and stressed out, now you don't react as severely to those things. Plus, practicing mindfulness meditation help you to see clearly in the present moment and be grounded, so you know uh, what you need to do. You can control your thought process also.
It occurs to me that people that are really sick feel like their body's at war with them, right? And they're not in control of that.
Mm.
And it also sounds like people that are practicing this discipline reassert control over their body. And that is something that makes people feel more confident
Yeah.
and a more positive health outcome.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that mindfulness meditation cures all. No, it's just a tool. We still have to do everything. The more tools we use to maintain our health, the better we are. So if you do mindfulness meditation but you eat unhealthily, then you are not going to be at your best. And exercise also helps to improve your health. So it's it's a tool, like Harvard Medical School called mindfulness meditation a medical tool. In one of the newspaper that the newsletter that they sent out a few years ago, and it is a very powerful tool if we want to use it. It's the most powerful tool in my mind. I think what I see combined with nutrition. So with that, in this session, I like to take you back to your breath and see if you can stay in the present moment with your breath. Knowing how you breathe, how you feel about your breath, how it enters your body, how it affects the sensation all over your body, and see if as you practice focusing on your breath, see what your concentration is like. So I invite you to assume a comfortable position. You can sit. For those who are at home, you can lay down if that's comfortable for you. And for the people who are watching and doing something at the same time, for in the kitchen or something, you can do it standing up too. But let's assume a comfortable position and start taking a few deep breaths in and out. And for those who are sitting down or laying down, if you would like to close your eyes, if that makes your practice easier, then close your eyes. So deep breathing in and slowly breathing out, making sure your out breath is longer than the in breath. Remember that this is a practice where you purposely activate the vagus nerve. So as you breathe in and out, observe how your chest rises and falls. And when you breathe in, you know you're breathing in. You are fully aware of how your breaths are. And breathing out, you know you're breathing out, and you know you have control of your out breath so that it is longer than your in breath. Just follow your breath in and out. With a few deep breaths in and out, you may start feeling that you are relaxing. You may notice that your facial muscles start to relax. Your neck muscles start to relax. Your upper back muscles, your shoulders start to relax. If your posture was tight before, you may feel an easy sense of being. Follow your breaths in and out. In this practice, we just want to focus on being in the present moment, in the here and now. Breathing in, we know we're breathing in. Breathing out, we know we're breathing out. As we focus on the breaths, observing the breaths, following the breaths, our minds will start to settle into a peaceful state where all it's doing is just being in the present moment with the breath. each breath, our mind gradually settles into a quiet, peaceful state. And you feel more serene. In this present moment, I'm in the here and now with myself and my breaths. All I know is how my senses are in the present moment. I let go of all the worries, all the plans for the future. I don't look back at the past in this present. With each breath, I know I'm taking in a lot of oxygen. And with each slow out breath, I know I'm releasing a lot of carbon dioxide. I'm releasing a lot of toxins, a lot of negative energy. And as I take the deep breath in, I know what the air feels like as it enters my nose. And I'm completely aware of how it smells, even the air that I take in. As I take a deep breath in, I am so aware of how my chest rises. As I breathe out very slow, I'm aware of how my chest comes down and how my abdomen pushes in. And as I'm sitting here in the present moment, with each breath in and out, I feel myself filled up with gratitude. I'm grateful for every single second that I'm alive, joyous. Grateful for the trees that are around me that emit oxygen for me to use. I'm aware that I'm in a symbiotic relationship with my surroundings. Carbon dioxide that I release is beneficial for the trees and the plants. And as I breathe in and out slowly and deeply, I am aware that the energy that I emit affects the surroundings. I am also aware that the energy that are emitted by things surrounding me affect me as well. With this awareness, I can make good choices. Deep breathing in, slowly breathing out. As you breathe in and out deeply and slowly, you may be more aware of your thoughts as they enter your mind. You become an observer of your thoughts. As you watch your thoughts entering and leaving your mind, you can try and see what your thoughts tell you about you. In this present moment, you try not to be attached to your thoughts. You just be an observer. Try not to let the negative thoughts influence how you feel. And if your positive thoughts arise, recognize it with appreciation. As you practice and have control over your breath, you may become more aware of the energy that is within you. You may feel heat. You may feel that your body is warming up. You may feel a sense of letting go. Breathing in, you may feel your mind settling into a peaceful state. Out, letting go, you may feel a sense of happiness. being aware of yourself in the present moment gives me the time for self-love. This practice will help you to bring ease and comfort into your present moment. At the same time, all the dis-ease will go away. Dis-ease is disease. Breathing in, I know I'm breathing in. And out, I know I'm breathing out. So for the next 5 minutes, I invite you to practice on your own in silence. And you can try to observe your sensation in your body, going from head to toe. Or you can try to focus on your senses, your hearing, your seeing, your smelling, tasting, feeling. Breathing in, know you're breathing in. Breathing out, you know you're breathing out. invite you to slowly open your eyes. You can move your hands and feet, legs, and wake up and return to this this room, this present moment. So I think I purposely guided for half an hour, I believe. So we get all the benefits of that breath work. So we know that now our inflammation in the body has come down a bit. And I believe that all of us have some level of inflammation going on. All of us. And, inflammation triggered by bad food choices, inflammation triggered by stress, inflammation triggered by the toxin. Even if we breathe in air fresheners that carried toxic chemicals, that triggers inflammation too. So this practice will help to detox, and it is an anti-inflammatory practice too. So how was your practice?
Relaxing. I like listening to your voice, and then in the quiet times, I just use it to meditate on God, think about life. It's a really settling experience for me. Kind of couple meditation with prayer life.
Okay, well, let's do some stretching exercise. So again, we can do this with breath work. We can do this. Let's do some stretching exercise standing up. But for people at home, you can do whatever you feel comfortable, whatever position you like to do it in. Sitting up, standing up, or laying. So you can just, as you raise your arm up, you take deep breath in. And breathe out, bring your arms down. And deep breath in, raise your arm up. And breathing out, bring it down. One more time. Deep breath in, arms up. And breathing out, bring your arms down. Now breathe in, bring your arms forward. And breathe out, bring your arms down. Breathe in, bring your arms forward. And breathe out, bring your arms down. Breathe in, bring your arms forward. And breathe out. Now breathe in, bring your arms forward and open it out. Breathe out, bringing it back in and down. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now breathe in, bring your arms up sideways. And breathe out, turn to the side. Twist. Breathe in, return back to neutral. Breathe out, turn to the other side. Breathe in, turn to the front, and breathe out, bring your arms down. Okay. Again, deep breath in, breathe out, twist. And breathe in, breathe out, twist. Breathe in, and bring your arms down. One more time. Breathe in, breathe out, twist to the right, and breathe out. Breathe in, I think I've got to breathe out, And I think I missed one step somewhere. So let's do some leg stretches. So we put feet wide apart, and then we can do maybe just shoulder width apart. So breathe in, we bend our knees like this. Breathe in, bring your arms out. Breathe out, stand up. This is a little bit more difficult because you have to do the squats, right? Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Now, I like to do this stretch for the lower back. And for the people who cannot do it standing up, you can try and do it sitting down with your legs stretched out. But let's do a few more stretches for the lower back. So deep breath in, bring your arms all the way up. And breathe out, you bend down. Try to touch your toes on your floor if you can. Now you can feel the lower back stretching, right? Breathe in, you go up to your knees. Slide, straighten your back out. Breathe out, you go back down. Then breathe in, you go slowly standing up and raise your arm up. And then breathe out, bring your arms down. Do a few more like that. Deep breath in. Breathe out, bend down. Breathe in, straighten your back with hands up to your knees. Breathe out, go back down to the floor. Breathe in, slowly ragdoll your back up. And then breathe out with your arms down. One more time. Deep breath in. And breathe out. Down. Breathe in, bring your hands back to your knees. And breathe out, go back down to the floor. Breathe in. Bring your arms back up. And breathe out. Okay. So we can do a few round circle, a walking meditation. So again, this is a practice that teaches you the concept that you can do the deep breathing mindfulness meditation in any position. You can do it walking too. So I
follow you because I'll laugh with
huh? I like doing walking meditation, and oftentimes during the week we are too busy rushing around. So find a quiet moment at the weekend to do the walking meditation in the park is very peaceful. So I'm going to just ring the bell. I like ringing the bell because I like listening along to the sound of the bell, and it helps me to settle my mind too. Okay. And as you walk, try to raise awareness on your posture, your feet, and you can raise awareness of what you're seeing with your eyes. You get to know your posture, how you walk. So being in the present moment with yourself and the surrounding. And don't forget the breath work at the same time. So we can do this when walking our dogs even. Take deep breath in and out. So for those who have difficulty with mobility, like my patients have arthritis, and this practice may not be doable, then you can modify by sitting in the chair and just raise one leg up and put it down, and raise the opposite leg up and put it down, just like you're stepping up and down while you're walking. You get some exercise like that, and just pay attention at what you do. So it's a short walking meditation. There's a book written by Master Thich Nhat Hanh, Peace in Every Step. I think that's a nice book to read, and it tells us we can find peace in each and every step. So, all right. So, how was your experience today?
Exhausted.
Exhausted. Yeah.
No,
So,
I was just teasing. It was fun.
yeah. So I think we don't have a large group today to share experience, but I hope everyone who is watching and practicing with us, I hope you feel.
We're back next week?
Yes.
I'm back next week too. Because I was mistaken about my schedule.
Okay, so okay, yeah. So we'll be back next week. I have 1 week in June that I have to go for a conference. So that would be Friday. No, not Friday. Saturday, June 13 or 14. I can't remember now. But I'm back until then.
People that come get snacks. So.
Yeah. Well, thank you for joining us, and thank you for watching us online. I wish that everyone will persevere in your practice, so you can get a lot of benefits into your life. And I hope everybody have a peaceful, happy Memorial Day weekend. Namaste.